Welcome to the inside of a 1984 Sunfish. Those big white things are styrofoam blocks, and they help make the Sunfish hull rigid. The brown stuff oozing out along the bottom edge of the blocks is a pore foam that holds those blocks in place. After I bought my boat in 2004, I installed inspection ports and removed quite a few loose chunks of that stuff. It seems to shrink and get brittle with age, and that means your boat is not as rigid as it should be. When I sailed in rough water, I'd hear squeaks from inside the hull, and hollow booms when I hit the waves. So how did we get inside a Sunfish? I put 2 inspection ports in my cockpit wall, giving me good access to the forward part of the hull. I put a 100-watt equivalent CFL in this reflector light, and took off the reflector so it would fit through the port. Using a fluorescent bulb keeps the heat down. I hooked up a cheap webcam, put it on a stick, and here we go. We're going way up forward in the hull now. There's sort of an odd angle here, sorry about that. That thing on the left is the mast step. We're moving way up under the bow there, and you see that piece of brown foam there? How that's kind of peeling off the lower part of the hull? That's the problem we got here. This foam from the factory just kind of deteriorates when a boat gets this old, and it just doesn't do its job anymore. The fix is to pour new foam along the blocks to replace the old. This is the stuff recommended on the Sunfish forum. The stuff in a spray can expand with too much force and can actually damage your hull, so I'd stay away from that. You'll need some cups that fit through the port and some mixing sticks. Once you mix this foam, you have 45 seconds to pour it into place. I marked my cups so I could pour equal parts from the cans into 1 cup and stir it immediately. I taped the cup to a scrap of wood, something like a yardstick. Then I mixed and poured. I put my boat in slings so I could angle it just right. The foam pours like water, and you want it to run under the styrofoam blocks a bit if it can. Okay, there I'm pouring the foam. Remember, it's not as level here as it looks. I've got the boat set at a little bit of an angle to make the foam run under that block. Once the stick moves out of the way, you'll kind of see how watery it is. It's already starting to expand a little bit. You can kind of see it starting to grow there, starting to develop the foam. Okay, that's all you can do there. All you can do now is get out and watch it grow. Before you start pouring foam, be sure to cover everything up that the foam is getting close to. It's hard to remove that stuff, so cover your cockpit. You might want to remove your inspection ports entirely. Just get anything out of the way that might be damaged by the foam. Be sure to rehearse what you're going to do before you actually start mixing that foam up. You need to get it right the first time, so do a few dry runs first just to practice moving the stick around, getting it through the port, getting the cup at the right angle, and pouring the foam into place. Okay, we just skipped ahead a minute or two so you can see what the foam looks like when it's finished expanding. You can see we're not finished. I'll have to make some more pours to fill in along the rest of this foam block and everywhere else that it's loose. But that's basically how it works. Thanks for watching.